As you can see, I've already got down to the ceiling wall. I'm gonna be sat down. Hey, two come good. Hello. Alright. Oh, never mind. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna start and then we're gonna. How? Alright.
Some events leave a deep mark on history, but none on the land. This is the site of the Battle of Hastings. After almost 1,000 years, no traces of the bloody conflict can be seen. But here, the fate of England turned. It's where a king was killed, and his victor claimed the throne. October 14th, 1066. We know what happened here on this day, thanks to this. The Bayeux Tapestry. A carefully preserved, illustrated record of events. It shows the main players. Harold, the newly crowned Anglo-Saxon King of England, and his challenger, William, Duke of Normandy. William claimed the previous king had promised him the crown. So, he assembled an army and prepared to sail to England to fight King Harold for the throne. But a storm thwarted his plans. Meanwhile, Harold discovered that a Viking invasion had landed in the north. Another threat to his crown. So he raced to fight them. In France, William waited for the right conditions to sail across the Channel to England. The weather cleared. He seized his chance. 250 miles north, Harold had defeated the Vikings. Now, hearing of William's arrival, his army sped south. At 9 o'clock in the morning, on this hill, William's Norman army were ready to do battle with Harold's Anglo-Saxon men. For Saxon men, the stage was set. And up for grabs, England itself.
This is going to take a minute because I'm just going to keep straight. So yeah, 5 minutes is about when. That's just for me to remember. Tell me if you can hear any background noise and I'll play around my OBS settings.
On October 14th, 1066, William of Normandy stood ready for battle at the base of a hill. The high ground belonged to King Harold of England and his Anglo-Saxon army. Here, on this hilltop, the fate of England would be decided. William's Norman army made the first charge, launching a direct assault on the shield wall. Though William's army fought fiercely against the shield wall, it would not yield. As one man fell, another took his place. Overlapping shields in tight formation made for a near impenetrable barrier. Realizing his army could not break the shield wall, William called for a retreat. William's feigned retreat was working. The Anglo-Saxon army broke their shield wall formation, leaving gaps for William to make a move. With Harold's men no longer in shield wall formation, William could pick them off as they charged. The Anglo-Saxons had deployed rows of spearmen to push back the invaders, but William had an answer: his sharp-eyed archers. More Norman men-at-arms reinforced William's army. Anglo-Saxon archers joined the fray, and the Normans' deadly cavalry ready to charge. But first, William's forces had to eliminate the enemy spearmen, whose sturdy polearms could easily bring down a horse. Additional Norman archers joined the battle. With the threat of spearmen cleared from the field, William's cavalry was free to charge at the Anglo-Saxon archers. The Anglo-Saxon army was in disarray. Their shield wall had been neutralized, and their numbers were dwindling. Now the only thing standing between William and victory was King Harold himself. The last of Harold's men encircled their king, prepared to lay down their lives to save his. The Anglo-Saxon King Harold had fallen. In the confusion, some loyal soldiers fought to the death, while others scattered in panic. Leaderless and defeated, the last of the Anglo-Saxon army fled for their lives. The Normans celebrated victory over the English king, but William's quest to rule England was just beginning.
There we go. I love this. I love that victory banner. He goes, I've already done this, so I'm not getting anything.
At the Battle of Hastings, the death of one man changed the course of history. The Anglo-Saxon King Harold was killed here, on England's south coast. His army defeated by William of Normandy. Anglo-Saxon rule was over forever. At Westminster Abbey on Christmas Day 1066, William was crowned the first Norman King of England. Now he had to secure power across the country. He began by stamping his mark on the landscape, building cathedrals and castles at strategic locations. Nothing like them had been seen in England before. They reminded the Anglo-Saxon population exactly who was in charge. But not all were content with living under Norman rule. Anglo-Saxon revolts broke out across the country. King William acted quickly to crush these rebellions. But there was one region where dissent was spiraling out of control: the north of England. In 1069, a group of lords from Northumbria formed an alliance with Viking invaders. Together they approached Norman-held York, a large city with an important cathedral, still protected by ancient Roman walls. But the walls couldn't save York. The city and the castle fell to the rebels. William's new kingdom was under threat. He had to get the city back under Norman control. William had no choice but to order his men north. But as the Norman forces set off on their long march towards York, how much resistance from the rebels would they encounter?
There we go. North to York. There we go. King William's army faced an uncertain march to York. I love this game. So yeah, I doubt I'm gonna get this whole campaign done within one stream. An hour, 2 hours from now. This isn't just going to be the Age of Empires channel. This is going to be any game that's sort of slow pace, a bit more relaxed.
William the Conqueror marched north, with his army of Normans determined to take back the rebel-held city of York. But in his path stood rebel towns that harboured William's northern enemies. He would take the towns back by force.
Like, one thing I don't particularly like about this campaign that I'm playing technically the first couple missions.
C'est comme votre adresse. Caval! Parade! Cavalarios!
Oh,
Carro formata! Une volte, cavalarios! Lanciers, si! Parates, servientes!
Honor reste d'obéir.
Audite!
Je suis votre serveuse.
Audite!
Accessments vos, compagnon.
okay. Well, this is going to be fun because they actually have better control.
L'heure ronde, je commande. À la forme, chevalier.
The Normans captured the town of Middlethorpe, establishing their presence in the north. With reinforcements to his armies soon arriving, William would need more resources to supply them.
Capians!
It's going to tell me, like, build up your economy. Yeah, 4 additional farms. Okay.
Me, colones parats. Edifico. Escolto.
I've played Britain a lot in this game,
Mandements.
so I know the basics of, like...
Escolto.
Preparate! Bene, bene!
So I know the
Cavalarios
basics.
parats!
Oh,
A calque,
okay.
cavalarios!
Get bonuses from playing Britain.
Que? Quod?
Parats!
Entendo.
Si, labura!
Ubi va procedo?
I need to build 2 houses. That's easy.
Laburo.
That's not easy.
Audite,
Escolto.
Easier said than
Bene.
done, definitely.
Vado.
That's why I can log.
Si.
Also, another amazing thing about
Seco.
Ubi vado? Archier parat!
is
Spero.
that
Vado alla materia. Ubi vado? Spero. Quod? Materia. Che? Alla materia.
yeah, as you age up,
Momentesti! Quiete, cavals!
so this
Obéir,
is
c'est vertu.
because this is historically accurate.
Mauvais, servientes! Parates, servientes!
Even the language
Quiet
Me.
is as historically accurate as they can make it. Which, I've got to be honest, it feels a tiny bit excessive, but I love it.
Materia.
Damn.
Si.
Que? Seco!
Ne laisse brax pistolet.
You almost got to
Edifico!
This is where the campaign slows down a little bit because this is the tutorial part of the campaign.
Escolto.
Played the campaign
Ma sono.
relentlessly. Or played this game relentlessly know how it works. I can get to age 2 within 5 minutes.
Faked!
But hey, who am I to tell?
Ubi movens!
Okay.
Laburo!
There we go. They should still have it here. So just little loss.
The Norman army was now well supplied by a town,
Escolte!
but it would take a sustained effort to keep the army at full strength.
Attention!
Another rebel town, Fulford,
Maintenance.
stood in defiance to William's rule.
Materia.
Comprendo!
Parade!
Je veille
Auditez!
en votre service.
Non Pierre Sparate! Inayuna! Cito!
L'heure est de besogne.
Vos stress l'encaisse!
Place, veci commandement.
Parate, Arquers!
Attendez les commandements. Retrayez vos amours.
Bien savets quoque nos advienne. J'obtempère à observer.
Parade! Vallée, Arquers!
Accessmets vos, compagnon. Apertisez votre courage, compagnon.
I like the long ones. I think this game. Slightly
Certes. Quand je commande, avant. Avant, compagnon. Retrayez vos amours.
With the Fulford rebels eliminated, William was one step closer to York.
Escoltez! Cavo!
Escolto!
Knowing he would face strong resistance in the city, William prepared to bolster his cavalry.
Edifico! Si!
So
Parad
I
somes!
need to age up now, is what that means. That's just a pretty fancy way of saying
Massonio.
you need to actually do what? Screw you.
Colones
Fine,
Perrant.
I don't mind.
Comprendo.
I just need
Colones. Vado caper. Ogest. Ect. Escolto. Colones. Comprendo.
actually I don't need so I don't think.
Spero. Colonne Sperant. Okay.
I am still going to
Edifico, Colonne
I
Sparaz.
think there is actually
Comprendo.
something I can use that for.
Accesmets vos, Quando je commande, avant.
Me, cavo. Orchestre.
I don't particularly care.
Labour.
Fast archers.
Parats?
Quad.
So, yeah, as you can see here, Captain will produce the archers faster. These are British landmarks. These aren't Normans, they just didn't. Norman landmarks. I wish they did like an explorer thing. Anyway, so yeah, they didn't make any Norman landmarks, so we've got
Si.
proper British ones. You can get early man at arms.
Che.
This is actually surprisingly powerful, the Normans. Because normally, the rule is, you get spearmen early, you get spearmen in rank 1, or age 1, and man-at-arms age 3.
Ubi
Then
vado.
Britain gets man-at-arms age 1, but spearmen age 2.
The Norman army came under attack from a new enemy, the Danes.
Poisson de votre commandement.
William's army held back the Danes' attack, but they threatened to return unless William paid them in gold.
Escoltez, colonnes. Labour.
That's gonna be
Si. Quad. Edifico.
Poisson, vos commandements. Dicte-moi ma... Allons de mer.
Me plect. Io ma sono la cosa.
Preparate, archers.
Les gens d'armes, vos... Comme vos cavalarios parats.
Soyez si comme vos voldrez.
Et chez les mandements. Bido, si. Come sono la cose?
Buon lavoro.
Donnez-moi, je ris de vos volets.
With their stables in place, the Normans could add more cavalry to their army.
Quid lavoro.
That's fine.
Felice et beat.
William's reinforcements from the south had arrived. adding vital numbers to his Norman army.
Reste pour la besogne.
But it is
Felicet Wait, me? Vale, excavo. Quito.
Tous unités, comme me. Sagita in arco.
Odite, servientes. In avant, serviente, caval.
Succession!
Compagnon, reste pour la besogne.
Pace.
Mais vos donc, en la bouée. Reniez vos armes. Chascuns en sa place.
Ecce limandement.
Si fes vos commandements.
Momente sia.
Place, veci commandement. Quais sunt vos commandements?
I think the best thing they could do with this game, give me the ability to
Page, avayez voce, veci commandement.
Parate, arquer.
L'heure est de besoigner.
Presse-moi mon sanglant hâti. Page, veci place, veci commandement.
I think that is all my infantry is done.
Cavalarios parat.
Attendez les commandements.
Homens, preparate.
Bene audite.
Rejoignez vos armées.
I can actually
Avant, compagnon.
So what I'm doing here, this is where the Danish camp is, down here. So I'm gonna go Vader.
Avertissez votre courage, compagnon. Incontinent. Quand je commande, avant. Avant, compagnon. Avertissez votre courage.
The Normans discovered the source of the Dane threat, an outpost on the water. William had a choice: bypass the encampment, destroy it, or pay the Danes the gold they demanded.
Donnez nuevos avisos.
In destroying the Dane outpost, William stripped the rebels of a crucial ally.
And now 12 more horsemen, ready to join up.
William's ultimate goal was within his grasp. All that remained was to enter York and destroy its keep.
So the last objective is up here. So I don't believe I can penetrate. You see, I have a fun little thing.
In ayuda!
Compagnon et comprense. Wittgenstein façon de jouer, Jean-Star.
Heavy
Comme votre place.
armored infantry.
L'heure est de besogne.
Odite. Ambulance.
Attendez hors votre service. Avance, compagnon.
Père Sultan!
Soyez prêts, compagnon. Chefs,
Victoria!
avance, compagnon. Monte.
Veci comandement.
Paratea, in avanti.
Access vos concertus.
Aveillez voce. Veci comandement.
Cursores, parat! Nella scia!
Compagnon, vite vostok, en la way.
L'heure est de besoigner.
Preparatea, ambula!
Bien savez quoque nos sapiens.
Chevalier, infidèle.
Chaskin,
Vado, arche!
Scaraformata.
Attendez, je suis votre serveuse.
Bien savez quoque nos sapiens.
Momentesi, archière.
Access vos compagnon.
Compagnon, oye.
Blanques soproioxa. Si, si.
Wittgenstein vos giernt. Je m'en besoigne cette œuvre.
Soyez prêts, je suis votre serveuse.
La besoigne est
Incontinent.
Veillons l'inimi! Barrière prévenir. Momentesi, archière. In avance, archière.
Tous sommes prêts.
Compagnon, prest
Esculte.
Chascuns ens mult avance fui.
Emandes, itinérant.
Compagnon, prest poratier. Ouais,
Attendez,
Oh,
légèrement.
this is not
Instrument parat.
Soutien streng!
Soyez prêts, comme apertisez votre courage, compagnon.
la besoin.
Instrument par ambulant.
Compagnon,
Savientes, nos mandent. Arrête para.
Page,
Ite savientes. Op vadens. Les mendiment sigent.
Wittgenstein vos giernt. Chascuns en sa place.
Mondes arrête.
Parat? Obedio. Fade, archière. Archière, in avant. Ambula.
Menace pour l'instrument.
L'orchestre, bien écoute. Moment ici,
Mondes arrête.
the Norman army poured into York and began sacking the town as they bore down on the keep. The keep fell to the Norman army, and York was secured. The Northern Rebellion was over, and William the Conqueror was uncontested as King of England.
These are very interesting videos, by the way. Oh, the crossbow, like we got the Domesday Book, Harrying of the North. So thorough was the survey, it was said to be as if God was recording the state of the world on Judgment Day. I love that. Anyways, those historical
William the
videos.
Conqueror had recaptured York from the rebels. Now he wanted to teach them a lesson for defying him. He began a brutal campaign of destruction to crush any further resistance, known as the Harrying of the North. Villages and crops were destroyed. It is said 100,000 people were killed. With ruthless efficiency, William the Conqueror had secured obedience in his new kingdom. But it wasn't to last. It would be thrown into chaos by his own children.
And this is when I get to play in this next question, which is
When William the Conqueror died in 1087, his favorite son succeeded him. King William II, known as William Rufus. But 13 years into his reign, disaster struck. While out hunting, he was killed.
Okay.
William's youngest brother took his place as King Henry I. But there was a problem. At the time, Henry's elder brother, Robert, Duke of Normandy, had been on crusade. When he returned, he was furious that Henry had grabbed the throne. From Normandy, Robert attempted to invade England to claim the crown from his brother. But he failed and returned home.
I just massively
In
dropped the
retaliation,
game audio.
Henry struck back. In a reversal of 1066, he crossed the Channel and invaded Normandy, intending undermining his brother Robert's rule.
It might be.
His first
Better.
target
I don't know.
was Bayeux. This rich and splendid city was one of the jewels of Normandy. Henry was to begin his campaign by unleashing his forces on the city. Bayeux was about to feel the wrath of the English army.
Yeah. Is that better? I can't tell. There we go. Well.
In
Fuck.
the brotherly feud over Normandy,
Okay.
King Henry I set out to make an example of Bayeux, a town still loyal to his brother Duke Robert.
Okay.
Henry's archers took up position on high ground outside the city and faced an immediate attack by Robert's cavalry patrol.
I cannot
Having
tell.
deployed their palings, Henry's archers were well protected against the cavalry charge. They defeated the first patrol.
Okay. So I love how it like actually paralyzes them.
As Henry set his sights on burning Bayeux, more reinforcements arrived to join his army.
I don't know why it gives me 4 scouts. I know how to create a control group. So I'm King Henry the First, not the cringe.
The English approached Bayeux and saw that its towering stone walls would not be breached by manpower alone. Henry would need siege equipment and a defensible location to construct it.
Still got some distance to go before it's finished. Come on. There we go. So apparently these are the French. What? Oh, Bayeux. Sorry, I'm having a moment. I probably should have done my groups a bit differently. British. I lost a lot of troops. Nice.
Henry now calls for the services of a blacksmith to bolster the siege effort.
So, what the hell is that? Arsenal. Oh. So that's a campaign exclusive, by the way, the Arsenal. I think it's exclusive to this mission. Oh, well. Sorry, I'm just setting up my troops because I know I'm going to be attacked. How long do you last? I'm assuming forever.
With a blacksmith on hand, Henry's infantry would soon be ready to construct siege equipment.
You know, I have no idea if you can hear me. I have no idea what the audio quality is like because nobody's bloody telling me. Sorry. I'm having a little bit of a whinge. Because all I got told was that the game audio too loud, my audio too quiet. I can't increase my audio. But I can decrease game audio, which means... No, I can't H3. Oh, there's a blacksmith, isn't there? Okay, audio is better. I don't know who is actually watching because it says 2 people watching. I assume I know you because who else would watch me? But I don't know who. Oh, 1 person watching. Oh, God, money. I didn't actually need to upgrade that because all I need is siege engines. I think I'm a burst through around here. That's a Stringle Tower. I cannot do... There's nowhere else I can really breach. Okay. Well, there's nowhere that's going to be easier to breach. Sorry. I don't know why, but the noise, the noises from this game somewhat reminds me of the, like, oh, you select a building, it makes a noise. That sort of reminds me of Lego Battles. If anyone has ever played that, if anyone watching has played that. It was an unusual game. Like, it was a DS RTS, which already was sort of not particularly standard.
Henry's infantry could now construct battering rams, siege weapons designed to break open fortress walls.
So, one of the weird things about this game is that you cannot produce battering rams normally. You need siege engineering. and then your infantry can produce rams. Well, almost, and same with siege towers. But almost all other siege engines are produced by the siege workshop, which is age 3. So I guess it gives you a bit of a break from like, oh, you need to be age 3 to get any siege engines, and it gives you something to fight stone walls with in age 2, because the rule of stone walls is they can only be damaged by siege equipment, like battering rams, like trebuchets, that kind of thing. Only things that can penetrate through. Only things that can penetrate stone walls, siege engines. Only 32. What they're called? Men at arms. For these siege engines. I'm gonna wait until I have more wood. Double board axe. What are you doing? Cut the trees. Chop wood. Alright. So I've got 40. You have only got 130 in population capacity. That's not great, is it? 1, 2. And I'm out of wood.
His presence on the doorstep of Bayeux would not go unanswered. And now his forces braced for an attack by Robert's army.
5, 10, 6. Hey, fall back. Don't chase, because then you'll end up.
Repelled the attack, but he knew that so long as Bayeux still stood, the city would
Okay,
not
yeah.
pass
So
over.
of course, I'm fighting the French here because I'm fighting for Bayeux. Early men at arms because they're a bit more durable. A bit more expensive than I can really work with. Yeah. They're not making this easy on me. Okay, fine. We're bringing down Bayeux's wall. So I'm just healing all my troops now. I have no idea what they're saying, but I'm giving me archers some healing. I love the early voice lines. I'm your worker. What happened to my mic? Oh, that's probably just lag. I can't do anything about that. So, if you're watching the VOD, some of the things I say are going to be a bit nonsensical because for some reason, a couple of the people watching, which it isn't registering because I hope it isn't registering because that would mean that the only person watching is my boyfriend, but anyways. Or if it is, then that would mean the only person watching. You know what I mean? Why do I need to build 3 rams? Why 3? Oh, fine. I'll bring the walls down with more rams then. So the reason I'm not using these campfires to heal my spearmen is that only longbowmen can benefit from them, which is annoying. I find it annoying personally. It's fine.
With the power of battering rams, the English army could crack open Bayer's
So-
mighty walls.
What I'm gonna do is focus all 3 rams in one position, and that position is gonna be on the walls. I'm gonna penetrate there. Sorry.
Bayer's walls had failed, and Henry's men could now storm the city. Robert's garrison made a last stand to defend Bayeux, but Henry would show no mercy in cutting them down and burning their city.
Okay. So there we go, now the siege engines can enter. Can I have an infantry unit? There. So these are just gonna slowly roll up. I'm mostly gonna rely on my archers to do a lot of the heavy lifting here. Of course, I'm going to try to get the siege engines to take the front because they'll take the brunt of the ranged assault. What are you? The Chamber of Commerce? Move it down. Down. So this is gonna be a messy fight, and it's just gonna be a slow trawl through the city. But no, I've got everything. Okay. No. There we go. Just more infantry, more men at arms. Oh. Is that where I need to fight to? I think I need to fight. Oh, I need to kill the defenders. Okay. That's incredibly slow. Normally, of course, if this was a skirmish and I didn't have like constant raids, I would be playing like 1, 2, 3, 4. That doesn't make sense, does it? I'd be playing a lot slower. I would be playing it. That's a keep. Maybe don't. Maybe wait for the siege engines to bring down the keep. Maybe let the siege engine. Maybe have the siege engines move. Because, you know, while they're not moving. Oh, that's the Red Palace. Oh, that's concerning. There we go. I apparently have level value. So, yeah.
As Bayeux burned and the people fled in terror, King Henry basked in the victory over his brother Duke Robert. But Henry would not stop until all of Normandy was back under the English crown.
There we go. I've already got these. Anyways, next up.
While Bayeux burned, King Henry pressed his advantage. Seizing key fortifications and buying the loyalty of powerful lords, Henry loosened his brother's grip over Normandy. At Tinchebray in 1106, brother would fight brother for final claim to their father's lands.
All right. Stone walls cannot be breached without siege equipment. Da, 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 da. That's Age of Empires 3 is what I'm humming there as well. Age of Empires.
Determined to claim Normandy and capture his brother, Duke Robert, King Henry besieged the castle at Tinchebray. But the direct assault on the formidable stone castle was failing. Unable to breach the towering walls, the king devised a new plan to capture his brother.
Yes, this is my least favourite mission.
Henry would force Robert to defend his lands from attack by razing the villages of Martigny and Fresnes.
Let's go raise Martigny, friend. Okay, let's sort my army quickly. Where are you going? Where are you fucking off to? Oh, there. Okay, so we've got my men-at-arms here. We've got my spearmen, men-at-arms, longbowmen, cavalry, and scout. Let's go find out what defenses we've got. Few archers. So we're talking men-at-arms and cavalry here. Actually, no, you go over here and you go over here.
To goad Robert out of his stronghold, Henry's men would burn the village to the ground.
We're not talking men at arms and cavalry here. We're talking council archery. No. Cavalry, fall back. Yeah. There we go. That was terribly done. I didn't think properly. Because I forgot that they had spearmen sort of seeded throughout the place. So I lost 5 men. Oof. I don't like losing troops. I feel bad whenever I lose troops in this game. Oh yeah. Personal favourite part of this game. Capturing all the loots. Okay, where's the village? Scout! Go grab the loot. So, when I first did this, I actually failed. I don't like this mission because I can't make my own troops. And how I get more men is sort of shown in a bit. But I prefer the missions where I can, you know, work with my own equipment and choose what I get better. Okay.
The village of Martigny was destroyed.
Okay.
But still Robert did not emerge to face Henry outside the castle.
Time to...
Henry would have to raise the stakes. Next, he targeted the village of Fresnes. Henry could buy reinforcements.
There we
from
go.
nearby
This is how I
allies,
get more.
if he could procure the gold to pay them.
With, so I have
Henry
700
received
gold
word
as
that
of right
Robert
now.
had sent for a fresh army to aid in defending his position at the
I'm
castle.
gonna get some knights
Henry
because
had to eliminate
that fills
his
out my
reinforcements
cavalry.
before they could
and-
combine with the garrison.
So these are men at arms, by the way. These are just men at arms. I don't know why they decided to
Henry
just
sent gold to his ally in Maine
dismounted knights.
and received
So
fresh
yeah, this is
reinforcements.
archers. I don't think it even gives me longbowmen. I think it just gives me plain old archers. There's an achievement for only getting knights, and I sort of want that achievement. Anyways, dismounted knights. Group up with men at arms. Oh, you are dismounted knights. You challenge you. So I think meeting the army like this is probably the best way to handle the mission.
By eliminating Robert's incoming army, Henry had thwarted his brother's attempt at strengthening the castle's defenses.
Oh, I lost my scout. God damn it. 5 spearmen, 5 archers, 20 archers, 5 knights, and 15 horsemen, 10 knights. Alright, so I've lost my scout, which is annoying. So I'm gonna just use my spearmen to scout then. This should be clear, this should just be a quick cash grab. There we go. That gives me 300, I need 500 for that. I can't control A. That's one of my like pet peeves of this game. I just don't have the ability to control A. Okay. Men at Arms, Dismounted Knights, whatever the hell you want to be called. You're my scouts. Okay. Luckily, Men at Arms make quick work of any light units, and these are all lights. That gives me another 700. Give me another good cavalry then. Who do I have? 15 knights, 12 men at arms, plus the new troops, so 22 men at arms. 20 knights, and then King Henry. You know what? That works. Your shift 2. 15 archers. Love it. Burn for. So you're not even. Oh, you are longman. Why do you have short bows? No, you don't. She just looks a bit weird. I think my best way to handle this is going to do.
At the hands of Henry's army, the village of Fresnes was in ruins.
Fresnes.
Henry's provocations had paid off. Robert finally emerged from the castle to face his brother in open battle.
I'm gonna see if I can ambush them. Whereabouts are they coming from? So we've got spearmen, they've got a bit of everything. Slaughterman, bloody melee. Can I? Take the coin. That should form up 2 lines of men. It's slightly mixed. It's fine. Now you stagger out behind. And the cavalry can form a wedge here. And I'm going to drive the cavalry into the side. This is going to be messy. Ah, shit. I didn't realise that was bloody... Fine. Wait. Spearman. Come on. All I need to do is bring Robert down. There we go. Robert's down. And now I need to rout the army. Or obliterate the army wholesale. Wow. Chase him down, bitch. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna assume those archers died.
King Henry's tactic of luring Robert into the open had worked. Henry captured his brother, and Normandy was his.
Alright. There we go. Yeah, I think I did just have a bad time to stream.
Their long feud over Normandy, with King Henry wresting possession away from his brother. But the French king Louis VI would not accept Henry's heir as the future Duke of Normandy. Henry's fragile power would face its first test, an invasion by the French king.
Oh. 11119. Oh no, 1119, sorry. Blah. France's illustrious King Louis VI. Oh, we got maybe 50 minutes, an hour. I have a single like. Yay.
In the disputed countryside between Normandy and France, a smouldering farmstead gave away the beginnings of a French invasion. At the head of the vast army stood King Louis of France himself. An English scout hastily rode to inform King Henry of England, who was still en route to defend his borders. Hearing of the threat, villagers and guards fled their English-held towns and retreated to the stronghold of Fleury.
Oh. Okay, so I need to hold Fleury.
Above all, the English forces in Normandy had been commanded to hold the town of Fleury and await King Henry's arrival.
How many can I store in each? 3. So what I'm gonna do is put a stone wall behind here. That's the best way to do it, because then it forces them to engage with siege engines, which can be easily or more easily dealt with by my men. So this isn't perfect. I'd rather have that closer, but I'm not really gonna contest it, kind of thing. There we go, there's
As the village
3
of
on Fleury.
Pressenville fell, all English hopes lay in holding Fleury for the king's arrival.
I'm not gonna bother defending those towns yet. I think I can probably hide a scout around here for slightly earlier warning, maybe? Normally you can do stealth forests, but I think this map's a bit poorly designed. Yeah, the map's a bit poorly designed. Mate, you're expendable. You're going to keep the settlers alive. There we go. I feel a little bad sending out a scout for fall back.
The town of Granville succumbed to the French, and the English were pushed back towards Fleury.
Yaru to work. Yarway Iawara. Yes, sir. West to Hala.
What do I have? Not much, to be honest. Okay, so I need to hold Fleury. Is my only way to really win this. Oh, I got a single house. Anyway. Yeah, my only way to really win this reliably is to hold Fleury. This palisade here gives me my best chance. I can't. That's a texture bug. That's a known bug as well that I just haven't fixed it yet. I'm waiting for a bit of stone to come in so I can build a wall. I'm gonna have to move this house. But, so spearmen, their entire thing is they hate cavalry. They're useless against most infantry. But they really hate cavalry. I don't remember them attacking so early though, gotta be honest. Yeah, no, I really don't remember them being so aggressive. Like, last time I did this, I at least had a bit of time to fortify. Maybe this time I just played it bad. No. Ah. That might be scripted. I'm hoping that's scripted. Because that could not have come at a better time. Because, like, the walls were falling, I was losing men. But now I have the forces to counterattack and clean out Fleury. Actually, I kind of liked U1, U2, U3, U4 with the king.
Knowing that King Louis himself was on the field, Henry saw his chance to put England's claim to Normandy beyond doubt.
Yeah, so I've got to counterattack now. Oh my god. Oh, I didn't realise that. Anyways. I'm your worker. I wonder if that's actually... that actually means anything. Oh, that's a stone wall tower. That's not actually a stone wall. There we go. So what I'm gonna... Oh, you're... I don't have any loggers. 5. Well, okay. We're just gonna... I did not realize that was a feature. What are you doing? Why aren't you just building the walls? Oh look, they found that house.
Yes, sir. Where's the water? Eat your worker. Out of the way. What's our fate? Eat your worker.
Okay, so I want age 3 ideally. And age 3 just needs food. So they've got an attack force preparing up here.
King
That's
Louis,
what I've ever-
determined to oust the English from Normandy, began sending attack parties to harass King Henry and his forces.
What do you got? You got... I don't know. You've got heavy defensive tower, must be honest. That one type. It doesn't actually tell me what equipment it's got. I assume it means it's got archers. The reason I'm trying to check that is because some of them have anti-siege weapon equipment. Well, some of them don't. So I just want to know what I'm working with before I, you know, put my trust in something, kind of thing.
Cheerless here. Each will be in self-ending.
Yeah, no, I can't fortify my walls. That's a concern. So yeah, you can have your troops climb up onto the wall, which I think is an amazing feature to put in a game. And it's something that 3 didn't have. And it's definitely one of the things I think because that's why I love Missy Quadra. So I'm not checking the comments a lot. I probably should, but I'm not. So. How much more food do I need? A lot. Is the short answer. So this isn't perfect, is it? There we go. So, by now, normally I would have replaced that wall, but I don't know what that siege engine's doing. And I don't particularly want to antagonize it yet. Okay, so you don't have Springolds until I give you Springolds, okay. So Springolds are anti-siege weapon equipment, basically. Because siege weapons put a lot of armor against ranged attacks, so these guys aren't going to do much. But a Springold fires a round that's big enough to penetrate. You should be able to. Can you not hit from there? So I can actually see Yeah, it only does 10 damage. But it's surprisingly nice range. And half a second between shots. Some things like this. Actually disembark you because I don't need the longbowman right this second. Oh, I can buy food. I have a market. Ah. Celibate stone. And that'll bring me back into a good position. Alright. There we go. I can now afford H3. Acts as a keep. Because I'm playing a defense mission. I'm gonna get rid of that house, I think. White Tower. Why is this doing this? But so British keeps have an amazing bonus of they can produce units. So they act a lot more closely to the Age of Empires 3 forts in that they're a big defensive structure, well armed, well armored. They cost a lot of stone generally, but because I'm building the White Tower specifically, it costs wooden food or golden food. The White Tower's a bit weaker, I believe, than like other nations keep landmarks. Like the French have the Red Palace, which is much stronger in that it has crossbows as its defensive weapon rather than bows. So I just need to build some more houses. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. The reason I'm not bothering about putting things behind the walls, putting defenses behind the walls, generally, you can't. Actually no, that was put in a bad place there. Because it can't actually shoot over walls. I remember that now. I need to clear some space. I don't need to worry about like out moving them. I don't need to worry about like, oh, I need to build this before they do. No. Alright, I'm sick of this. I'm bringing the cavalry out to deal with that siege engine. Oh, I'm dumb. Outposts can shoot over stone walls. I didn't know that, but I'm glad I do now. I'm still going to put the fort here, though. Which actually means I need more people cutting wood on the other side of that wall. No, I'm not going to put the fort on the other side. because I'd rather keep it safe than have it attack more. This is annoying, the fact that troops can just walk through my defenses here, because, but that's also sort of my fault for not considering the fact that troops can sort of just walk through the woodland. It's not particularly dense here. Can I fortify this in any way? I can push the wall back to there. That's about all I can do. So that gives me more room there. Or that gives me more defense there. You're still damaged. I'll fix you later. Alright, we'll see. Okay. Now it's going far enough back into that side that it's going far enough back into there that he has to go onto the wall or behind the wall. So that means that they have to push through the wall now. Unless they can go around this way, but that way I almost went just like racist. That way not as bad. That way isn't as bad because actually that might be workable. Build. So, the King's Palace gives me, first off, keep access to an amazing defensive structure, which is actually a bit big, but a bit on the fat side. Needs to slim down a bit. Anyways. I have a blacksmith, I don't have an arsenal. So I'm just gonna spend time building an army here. I'm gonna get occasional raids. I'm lagging. I have no idea what these people are saying anymore. Six, seven. So, this is a British feature, by the way. I get 15% harvest rate within radius of the for farms within radius of the Springles. Where's the cavalry? That's gonna suck because it's gonna get another swing in, I think. Okay, now you fall the fuck back. Oh, you both have Springles now. I need a ton of archers. 10, 15. Wait, Batman. So these are now going to be much more effective against their siege engines. Cavalry's still going to be the best, but you know, not exposing my cavalry to siege engines is probably my better bet, or not to siege engines, to spearmen. Of course, I'm gonna add more defenses. I'm gonna add a couple more outposts here. Can you even attack? You can't attack without. Oh, because I made the King's Palace instead of the... I made the wrong thing. Fuck. Because that's actually a problem now. Alright, you two, clear space. We're building a keep. We're building an old-fashioned keep. What do I need to flatten? That tree and that tree. No, I said you two. You 10. We're building a keep on the front line. I accidentally built the King's Palace instead of the White Castle. Sucks. It still can be a military outpost. I get network of castles from it. I was a bit confused. So, fun thing is that I don't actually need to completely harvest the trees, I don't think. I think now. So I think these 7 troops can still fire over the walls. What are you doing? Keeps very powerful, very strong sources of damage. A little bit questionable compared to some of the age up things, but I don't get that until I don't get those in this one. Blah, blah, blah. Incendiary arrows, wonderful. Boiling oil, wonderful. And under mesh. Sprinkled. Armorclad is amazing. So, all that does is just here. It just reduces incoming damage taken by my men at arms specifically, by 3. We've got these basic bitch men at arms here, Vanguard men at arms, who I want to upgrade to early as soon as possible, but I'm a bit broke. And we'll go back to water. So now I have a much better defensive position. I don't have the stone anymore. So they're all gonna fall back now. It's not gonna save them, they're gonna die. Network of Castles, an amazing buff. Network of Citadels, a better buff. But hey, we don't worry about that. I don't think I need... Four. 5. Alright, and now my defenses are all set up. I have now made my base. So this is arrow slits, by the way, and this is nothing. I'm waiting for like a bit more coins so I can buy some more stone. A bit more gold. There we go. Now I can afford spring gold emplacement. Of course, spring gold emplacements are incredibly effective against, you guessed it, siege engines. Bleh, my brain completely died on me there. That was embarrassing. Well, that was. So, spearmen, men at arms, longbowmen. I could do some men at arms. Men at arms cost coin, that's not too bad. 5, 10. I can get one of my many loggers to actually produce me. Why are you... what? Why are you smaller than you? Oh. Okay. Which means 2 have already been produced. Yeah, okay. When I played this before, I never even considered like, oh, maybe maybe like Spearman 1. I never considered this current loadout of like Spearman 1, Men at Arms 2, Archers on 3. Oh, there's Citadels going. That's much more effective now. Because they're going to run. Because they can't bring down my walls. There we go. That is much more effective. 5, 10, 15. So they're making 5 each. Can sell a shit ton of wood. there we go. Alright, so once these troops are done, I'm gonna start pushing. Try to retake my command. They have a massive cavalry army. Which actually means I should probably focus a bit more on spearmen. Rather than just purely men-at-arms and... Because while they have got cavalry, while they have got infantry and archers, which mean men-at-arms and cavalry are going to play in a bit. I think maybe a smaller cavalry force of like only like 5 or 6. And a much larger. What is... Why are you... You're one tower back and rotated. That's why you look weird. Hunting, fertilization. So, yeah. I'm hoping the audio quality is okay. Okay, it's veteran. Veteran spearman, much stronger. I think my men-at-arms is still... They're still Vanguard, aren't they? Yeah, okay, so they need upgrading as well. What's that going to cost? Coin or gold? One more trip from any of these guys should do it. It's going to be a little bit slower. Just because... There we go. I'm going to get my men-at-arms up to men-at-arms. Because it goes Vanguard early, men-at-arms. Or Vanguard early standard for men-at-arms. And then it goes Spearman, hardened Spearman for these guys. My wonderful lads. Wonderful stabby boys. Ready to shank and shiv. Ooh. So, one of my favourite things about this, about the network of citadels, or network of castles for Britain and the network of citadels is the upgrade, is that you can tell, like, it says it only takes place in specific circumstances. That specific circumstances whenever the British are attacking. Like, it increases the attack speed. So, whenever these are attacking, it increases the attack speed of all of them. So it's like, or it's not, technically it's not, technically it's whenever a defensive structure can see. There we go. When enemies are nearby, this building will sound an alarm, causing nearby units to get plus 50 increase to attack speed, which applies to all of these. Oh wait, no, units. So it applies to all of these. Sorry, having a moment. I actually also misread it originally. My men-at-arms are just getting kitted. I didn't mean to build the King's Palace, and I'm a little annoyed at myself for building the King's Palace, but it's fine. Generally speaking, I don't like the King's Palace. Like, it's one of my least favourite landmarks in the game. Because it's... The King's Palace is just this. These are the same, functionally. Like, sure, it looks a bit nicer, but, like... I don't know. I sort of prefer this. I guess this looks more imposing. If you don't recognise it, I guess you could mistake this for a keep. Even though it says economic landmark on it. Like bright colours. Okay, there's my food bonus. Which actually means I can dismantle you. So I'm actually gonna, before I go, I'll get my last of my troops in the archery range. It's not perfect, is it? Well, I don't need you. I'm trying to learn hotkeys as well, which is why you'll see me pause and then things will happen. Oh, I can control A. I guess that just selects everything on screen. Yeah, I can. Okay. This is what I want. Crossbowmen. Because crossbowmen, very effective against all enemy troops. They're a bit slow, which is why I'm gonna keep using longbowmen as well. But the damage output is just, mwah, you know. 10, 15. I really am not even having to worry about these because they're taking so much damage. Before they reach me. And fire damage. As you can see, these guys are firing out incendiary arrows. Like, they do 9 fire damage. Fire damage is just the absolute best thing to use against Did you say a crossbows? Something to shitten? Something to shoot, I assume. Oh, my veteran longbowman. I've got my veteran spearman. All on group 1. Yeah. My men at arms. So I've got less men at arms. Makes sense. Okay, so we wait for the rest of my crossbowmen to produce. I could get more. I could definitely afford like 5, 6 more. You know what? 5. And then one of these will only be producing 2, so 6. Defeat King Louis's army. It's not a difficult challenge. Definitely, yeah. fun challenge there.
See they to worker. Ich will build a that for they.
On a fresher marker.
Don't mind the siege workshops, because I have a solution for grouped infantry. Or for grouped units in general. Actually, why am I building siege workshops? I keep. How much are you? Oh, I can't actually afford you. I can't afford a large amount of you.
God's swinker have been made. See they to worker.
Don't bother. Wait, don't bother.
Nu, Tulkes, setet ja. Setes.
Potentially the better solution. Okay.
Venites, ich liebe regieren. Ja, spere man. Appointed speres. Esse schulden die hier. Es kämpfen. Schluss des Protestes.
I just want to balance this because I have more crossbowmen than longbowmen right now. So, fun fact, British and the French get the best bonuses to ranged units because British longbowmen get palings, these, which are spikes designed to stop for the uneducated out there. Palings are spikes that are driven back into the ground to put down cavalry. Nice. I actually got full benefit from that. Can I produce Holy Man? Oh, I can. So I can actually heal my troops. That's wonderful. Absolutely. I think I would put Springles in with the
Rita, what needeth worker?
I would ban these with the archers and crossbowmen because they're very long range source of damage. So last thing I need is a couple holy men to heal my troops. Get your ass up there. Because some of my men are wounded. So I have 31 spearmen, 26 men at arms, 47 ranged units, 21 of each infantry unit and 5 crossbowmen, and then a small group of cavalry to deal with their archers. This should be a breeze. Of course, they've got a bigger army. Of how many horsemen is that? Too many. Is the answer. They've got plenty of spearmen as well, hardened, so they're actually better spearmen than mine. Standard horsemen, royal knights. Oh, a colossal pain in the arse. I hate them. Because they're just better versions of my knights, which is why I stopped producing knights. Because they're going to get killed. Like, I entirely expect my knights to just die. So I've only got about half an hour left. So I'm going to finish this stream up as quickly as I can. Or finish this mission up as quickly as I can, then I'll be ending the stream. So... Okay, there we go. I think I need to go. So monks can't fight. I guess I'll just keep logging. Nice. Retreat. Actually set them all attack move. I set them all on an attack move into the city because so all siege engines have a rule where they have to set up. It's a bit similar to Dawn of War, heavy weapons. Split away.
King Henry's men struck at the French forces and recaptured the town.
Hearkeneth, Aller. Delphing to do.
Something to do. Coin.
Nu, Tulkes, sættet jer.
Every charge attended.
Alles mit. Seht der Hestes.
Wait, no, you.
Get thee ready for Hestes. Follow me on the way, Tende. Let us go.
So what I'm doing here is I'm giving them attack move orders where they will King Louis is sending a counter-attack. Hold your ground here. I have my spearmen up the front because this seems like a cavalry charge.
Greetings. In each will held ahead.
Serge engines awaiting Hestus.
And brace set yourself.
For when they we sungus.
Hartes Berryman. Britannia. Greetings.
That was the cleanest I think I've ever done that. For so my bindings are slightly off, so I might just nudge the camera along. Actually not a terrible order. The
Berryman, stand and Venavarmes avide. Ava Greetings Jare. Eornis Arves. Avoid it.
I lost a few.
With the border towns recaptured, King Henry's claim to Normandy faced only one more obstacle: King Louis and his army. In the humble peasants' fields of Bremeux, two kings would settle their claim to Normandy.
Berryman Jare. It will do that. Hartes Berryman. Even.
that coming from? Four 20. Holding out pretty well. Alright. Wonderful. Okay. Four cyclons back. I wish I could like set an order because I'm going into this mess. I actually like how, what is that? Oh, okay. So you're okay. Anyways, I like how they actually split the. Where are my other monks? They do split up the enemy a bit. Ah, there we go. Because, like, if I had to face the entire French force at once, I don't think I would have won. I don't think I stood a chance. But, since I've already, like, halfway beaten him, nobody's gonna. Join the stream. It's just a bad time for most people. Yeah, so I will say 4 is a lot slower. Can you not get stuck with the archers? There we go. I'm trying to see how much work I can do without actively aggravating good King Louis's army. King Louis fucking sucked, gotta be honest. I know Rule Britannia. So, this is what happens when I don't get any feedback or anything. I start going on random topics. Yeah, no, the song Rule Britannia came from, I believe, around the time of the American Revolution. Or not specifically the American Revolution, a bit before that. I think it was the colonization of America around that time. Someone, if you read this in the future, tell me what time Rule Britannia, the song, came from. Because I'm actually curious now. Y'all. Oh shit. Crossbowman fall back. Nope. Fall back. Oof, that was a complete ow. That was a complete fucking wipe, Jesus. Only my ranged units survived. Well, I'm in a better position to win. Now, it may not look that way. It may look like I'm completely fucked here. But I've thinned out their troops. I have more resources. And they're not gonna engage with me. Because that's just not how this is programmed. So, our lovely solution here with to their royal knights, a few is to make as many bloody barracks as I can. 7 barracks. What's 7 times 5? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. 35 men at arms. God damn it, I lost the siege engine. I lost the springboard.
Every charge and 10 dead.
Crossbows Yara Pestes cometh, Arwemen. This shula who do they, mate?
Hearkeneth aller.
I know I said I wasn't going to use nice, but I'm at the point where it doesn't matter.
It kill build they that for they.
That was so thick. Oof.
It kill build they that for they.
3, 5, 6, 7. There we go, 35. Oh, silk. I can't see the range. Sucks, but I don't have much left. Oh yeah. I could have prepared for that better. I think more men at arms, less. Or more pikemen maybe, less men at arms. I might also make a ton of men at arms. Or a ton of pikemen. I think when I did this before I used mangonels because I was going off the logic of they're all going to group up. They didn't group up and the mangonels got destroyed. I think I did better on the first assault though. I didn't lose King Henry.
And Celia builded.
Cease to Hestes. It kill happy that he building anon.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we're gonna make a ton of spearmen as well, because why the fuck not? I remember for one of the achievements for one of the mastery challenges, which I will do later, but they're a bit less interesting to watch. There's a bit less to them than, you know, fighting off. I might do the Mongol, because if the Mongol campaign is anything like actual Mongol gameplay, it'll be a lot more interesting than this. 10, 15, 20, 25.
Harken at Valor. Sure, let's swing her. It will good be that.
So first off, I lost 1 sprinkled. Shift 6. So what I'm doing here, the way I'm quickly adding units to groups, is if you press shift, if you hold shift and press a number, it adds them to the group. Where if you press control and a number, it makes them into the group, if that makes sense. So if I pressed control 6 on this group, the control 6 group would go away for these guys, but these guys would be the 6th group. I have, what, 15 more? Why you? 3, 3, 3, 3. Yeah, 15 more. Oh, because one of them just decided to fuck off. I can't pick him up. Okay, I need 10 more. And then we can get this bread. I'll just do a couple mangonels because they're fun. They're not very effective, but they're fun. And I think they might be out by the time these guys are done. Yeah, they will be. Shift 4. There's the cavalry group. 25 it will be when these guys are finished. A little worried they're going to break that, but I don't care too much. So, the thing with siege engines is that they have to be set up. Alright. Fine, whatever. So, siege engines have to be set up. These set up incredibly quickly because there's not much, like, they're sort of move around pre-built. These tear down, which means that they properly set up. They have a longer setup. Okay. Melee troops in. Ranged. Prepare. Cavalry. Around the same. So, what they're going to do is group up. And there we go.
From home, but rallied by their king, the English army forced a French surrender and put King
I won't
Louis and his
call
knights to flight.
France far from.
With the impromptu battle ending in resounding victory for the English, King Henry had secured his ancestral lands under the English crown.
Well, Britannia, motherfucker. Fuck you, France. Fuck me and Hawking. There we go. Thank you for watching, I guess. I haven't ever... Well, I used to do streams, but hey, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm never going to claim I know what I'm doing. So, thank you for watching, I guess. Alright. That's all she wrote.